Alright, we're in round one. Won the dice roll, play first, and yeah, we're definitely keeping this. No blue mana, but Undercity Troll into Titanic Growth seems like a good way to start it off. And even Undercity Troll into Stratus Walk seems quite good, actually. Although the regeneration aspect of Undercity Troll is pretty nice, but that's okay. Alright, Callblade. Not particularly intimidated by that. Automaton, alright, not a horrible draw, but we're going to need either blue mana or more lands to make our hand work. Obviously, I'm looking for an island quite a bit here. Having regen up is nice, although we'll see how that works. Alright, Husk. Alright, bit of a bummer draw there, but what can you do? I think we keep bashing. Guess our opponent hasn't played his second color yet either, so not the absolute worst. Alright. Yeah, it's a big bummer draw, but what can you do? Hmm. I think I play the Titanic Growth. Keeps back the attack. Basically, we've got enough cards in our hand where we'd have to discard anyway, so I think we just buff here. If he'd attacked with the Husk, I would have blocked. He could have sacked his assassin and just lost that. That was a big bummer draw, but what can you do? Yeah, definitely don't like drawing a bunch of blue cards with no blue mana and not enough lands to play anything. Alright. So, officially lose everything. And getting viciously beaten down. So, really hoping we can just draw something here and start playing cards. Obviously, that would be ideal. Playing cards is good. Nope. Alright, so officially I have to discard. It's pretty depressing, but what can you do? Yep, unfortunately I think we crossed the path of no return. That many turns with no blue mana. How sad. Yeah, it makes sense. It does make sense that's when we get the blue mana. No point in showing our opponent anything since it's pretty pointless, so we won't show him our second. Well, I guess he already knows about our second color, but that sucked. Alright, so gonna actually have to draw cards and play spells or else we can't win. I know, it's unbelievable, isn't it? You gotta play lands and play spells to win games. It's a pretty complicated system they got worked out there. Alright, let's go to game 2. Alright. Alright, well, I'm going to keep again, and once again, hope we can draw a blue mana here. At least we get to go Leaf Gilder into Wardens. Yeah, at least our opponent's mauling to 5. That helps. That's a huge bummer. Alright. Let's see if we can't draw a land of any kind, but preferably blue. Still can't. Still cannot. Alright. I think it's a pretty clear block, but I don't know what to say. I depressingly can't do anything about it. I would like to beat my opponent's mull to 5. And I honestly think we are playing against mono black, which is pretty shocking. Pretty unusual that you see stuff like that. That is pretty unfortunate. I don't know why blue manas are so hard to find, apparently. Definitely take 3 here. Alright. There's our blue mana. So I think we just play Aeronaut, or Automaton rather, since keeps back his dudes. Just need to find a good opportunity so I can get in with the Wardens. Could have played the Aeronaut, which kind of keeps back Deadbridge Shamans, but I would have to end up discarding 2 cards, which I don't like as much. So I think I prefer playing the Automaton. I don't want to attack there because I don't want to lose my Chief of the Foundry. No attacks, no plays. That's nice. Alchemist Vial. That's nice. Could go Vial into Scab. I think I want to play the Aeronaut, though. I want to get a flyer online here. And I guess I can swing with Automaton and Construct. But is that even good? Getting stuff off the board eventually gets me towards Warden. But I'm going to have to make some discards here. Like, trade with Construct, make me discard a Vial, maybe. I think I just hold off, actually. I mean, I can attack with Automaton and he has to double block, which means it's a 2 for 2. I guess I kind of like that, actually. Alright, it's pretty awful, but what can you do? So we'll gain some life. We will discard, I guess a Vial. Would I probably rather have a Scab? I mean, Vial does cantrip, but it could just end up being a land. At least Scab's like an actual thing that does something on this board. So I guess I'll discard Vial. We gain some life. And that's that. Maybe I should have thought twice about attacking with Automaton to my opponent's open 5 mana. Didn't really think about that too much. I guess I could have dumped Scab, played Vial, drawn a land, dispersed his other guy, gotten in with Warden to draw a card. I don't know how insane that is. Infernal Scarring. Well, likely making this trade. So I guess we'll get rid of a Screeching Scab now. Could need the Disperse. I mean, right now Disperse gets rid of his Eyeblight Assassin. Although, then that kinda... Yeah, I guess we just swing then. If I bounce the Assassin, he gets to kill my Thopter token, which does not seem very sexy. Alright. Disperse our own Warden. Oh, it's a decent draw, actually. Since now we can tap down whatever blocker he plays, get a 3/3, and get in with our Wardens for a little bit of card draw. Yeah, that's a pretty ridiculously powerful card. But Void Mage turns out to be pretty good. Four mana 5/5s that potentially are indestructible. Although, I guess if he has Languish, that thing's indestructible. Although now our Warden survives it, so I guess that's not that big of a deal. Play the land, sure. Alright. So we're going to proactively tap it down. Mono black. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Completely staves off our attack. Do have more Aeronauts for days, and we're deck thinning, so we have removal as well. Nope, just a land. Yep, that's pretty bad for us, actually. Yep, pretty bad draw. Just really looking for a removal for that Titan, and I think we're going to be just fine. A lot of Deadbridge Shamans. Alright, Stratus Walk is like perfect. Guess we'll do it on the Water Courser. It's got Unholy Hunger mana, but I'm not going to play around it. No, why? Alright, well, that's horrific and horrible, but what can you do? Just really bad circumstances. What can you say? All right. Just a ridiculously lot of cards we can draw that do a lot of work for us here, like Aeronaut, Soulblade Gen, Mighty the Masses even would be kind of just more on Only Youngers. All right. Well, pretty bummed out losing to a Mull to 5, but what can you do? Name of the game, I guess. All right. Yep. Just lose an absurd amount of life. Lose Bound and Crisis either way, I guess. So, all right. I guess we still die, sadly. Well, disappointing game, disappointing outcome, but what can you do? Sometimes you lose to Mull to 5s against a monocolor deck. All right, well, back to L Swiss Drafts. We shall see you then.